Travis Pastrana here, and you are watching the Thunderclap iRacing Series. Grab a good boy and let's go racing.
A new storm has formed in season number 4. It's a grand national tour that ends near the California shores. Home track heroes take on big league talent. OGs return while fresh meat joins the fold. In a competition where fortune only rewards the bold. So who's willing to knock off a few doors? It's about who wants it more in 2024.
Clapper goes 3-1 and passes several cars. Ryan Truex gets it done.
Matt Hoyland, he will celebrate here at Circuit of the Americas.
Foley comes out of the final corner to win.
Jordan Jurassic will win this race.
Here they come across the line. Your race winner is going to be Matt Carey.
See, in the end, nobody really cares where you got your start. The only thing that matters is where you finish.
Brandon Slow looking to steal one. It's going to be a 3-wide finish here at Daytona as they cross the line.
4 wide to the finish. It's going to be the 94 of Robert Colgan at the line.
Sure.
Hello, one and all, and welcome into the Thunderclap iRacing Series presented by TLC Inc. I am Austin Darbyshire, your producer, and I am joined by Joe LaCastro, and we are live from Lucas Oil Raceway at the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Joe, what do you think about the race today? Sorry about that hiccup. Audio was not bound for that. So, Joe, once again, how are you today? And what do you think of the race today?
I'm doing really, really good, Darby. Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm looking forward to a little bit of short track racing. It's about time we get around to calling one here with Grid Vision. I think this might be the shortest track I've called. 0.6 some odd miles, a little over half a mile long. Not a lot of banking, so it should be interesting. A lot of close racing tonight.
Oh, for sure. But a little bit abbreviated today. We are going right into our starting grid as the drivers get on track. Starting on the pole today will be Tristan Bruce with Jordan Jurassic starting on the outside lane. Tyler Truex making his long-awaited return here to the Thunderclap iRacing Series, and Robert Walton on his outside. Noah Rainwater and Matt Garrett right behind them, followed by Anthony Burleson and TJ Balassi. Todd Lee and Chase Albright will be rounding out your top 10. Take it away.
All right, you got it. Going into 11, we got Matthew Montgomery and Matt Sherry. After that, we've got Andrew Olszewski and Joshua Kerner. After that, in 15th, it's Justin Clapper. 16th, Kyle Bartles, last week's winner. 17th, it's Brandon Schumann. 18th, it's Nicholas Tomlinson. 19th, it's Chase Leahy. 10th, Robert Colgan. 19th and 20th, it's Robert Colgan, not 10th, 20th. Going into 21st.
Rounding out our field, get Gregory Shepsis and Matt Holmes on the outside in P22, and rounding out the field tonight will be Damian Neeson. Now, we won't show you the graphic tonight, but I have picked Jordan Jurassic as my pick tonight, and who do you have tonight? Who do you think is going to be taking it home?
You know, I kind of went with an easy pick this time. I went with Kyle Bartels. He's been surprisingly winning a number of these races, and I think that if I just keep playing the odds, there's a good chance he'll win again tonight.
Oh, certainly. We will be taking 2 laps around the field here as we get ready, as it is a short track. But we did watch 150 laps last night in the Champion Truck Series. Went by really quick, so be expecting a quick race here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to go round and round, and before you know it, it's going to be over. It's $1.75, but it's going to go fast.
Oh, most certainly. One thing about IRP here is don't necessarily want to get all the way down to the white line. You'll be seeing a lot of these trucks go on the high side and coming down to that first seam. Not necessarily all the way to the yellow line.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, you got to expect if you take any speed into these corners, you're going to slide right up. So you want to aim for a late apex. You want to take advantage of the fact that there is not a lot of banking. And by take advantage, I mean, just like you said, stay somewhere in the middle of the track as best you can.
Well, actually, it looks like we will be taking 3 laps around before we start. A little bit different.
Race.
But before we get started, what would you say are your keys tonight?
Oh, you got it. My keys tonight, first and foremost, is that it is a short track. It's something that the corners here are very deceptively tight. You've got to really obey the fact that you can't carry that super speed in and dive the inner line like we just talked about a minute ago. So that'd be my first key. Second key would probably be the fact that there's no banking. You got to respect your brakes and your accelerator as much as possible.
And we are off. Green flag presented by Green Flag, or sorry, the green flag presented by Pine Golf, rather. But here we go. See, I don't do this often, as you can tell. But we are already under a caution. It looks like Noah Rainwater, Chase Leahy, and Tyler Truex are involved, with along a few others. We will get you a review of this incident from the Grid Vision Chopper in just a moment.
Love it. Send it up with the Grid Vision Chopper. My third point was going to be something about being careful on the straightaways when you're drafting, because you can get into that dirty air and it makes your handling on the turns really difficult. And that looks like it might have been a little bit of what happened here. There could have been some net coating, potentially, just a slight bump, but it ended up cycling into a much larger problem, as it looks like it collected the number 5, the number 69, and a few other cars there.
Yeah, Noah Rainwater getting into the back end of Tyler Truex. We will most certainly take another look at that. This time we'll go from the hood of Noah Rainwater. Green flag drops, is on it, and just not on the brake quick enough as he just comes, bumps him, and then we get the pile up.
Yep, that's Tyler Truex around. It looks like also maybe Matt Cherry was involved in that.
Yeah, a little bit up the lane from that last camera. You do see the 16 truck. That would be Joshua Corner also turned around. But we'll get one more view here.
That was about a 4 or 5 person wreck.
Matt Garrett involved, getting into the back end. 95 slowing down. Yeah, all these other ones just making their way. A little bit of pylon there.
Well, we do get some repairs. I think you get a fast repair in this league, right? Maybe just one?
Yes, the one fast repair, I do believe.
One fast repair. Well, let's get that out of the way. Let's get everybody back on the road.
Yeah, with that, we most likely will have a couple trucks going a lap down. I'm assuming after that we will see once we get all re-racked. But already lap 4 under caution. Even laps are going by quick under caution.
Yeah. You don't have too far to go around on your caution lap when it's only 0.6 miles. And we've had a little shakeup of some of the front runners already. Noah Rainwater, Tyler Truex, those guys have lost about 17 and 20 places respectively from the start of the race just till now. So they're going to have to work extra hard over the next, 170 laps or so to make their way back up. And they went from having great position to having it stacked against them. So now the real race for them is about to begin.
Yeah, with 175 laps, though, we've seen, as of yesterday, we did see the people who really did have that short track experience be able to drive through the field. And I do expect we'll see the likes of Tyler Truex and Noah Rainwater further up the track by the end, probably competing for that victory. But the pace truck lights are out, and we will be going green here very shortly.
It really is short track experience is a good way to put it. It's very different. All right, here we come around for an exciting restart here at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park.
That green flag presented by Pine Golf is back out again. And Tristan Bruce is making a run at it. Already got 2 to 3 truck lengths behind the rest of the field.
We're keeping it clean. Bruce out to the front, an early and very fast restart. Maybe a few into the wall, close to the wall. Couldn't really tell back there watching the front
Todd
right
Lee sending
now.
it. He's spinning it. Oh, and into the wall. Comes down and collects more trucks. Also, it looks like Matthew Montgomery also.
Ooh. 24 of Damian Neeson just gets off the ground there.
Yeah, they're running up that mountain. That mountain was another truck. So we will take another view from the Grid Vision chopper. Hopefully, these guys are getting the argy-bargy out early and we'll be able to get a good green flag run. But we will take a look at the 46 here as he did get around.
46 just gets wild, absolutely wild on the exit of that. You can really easily put these cars into a spin. These trucks love to get that back end out, and especially on the end of a turn. If you just hit that gas too hard, you're gonna lose a lot of grip in the back. You're gonna end up spinning. Now that can be good for you. You get just enough loose, just enough that you're riding the edge, but you go a little bit too far, and you see what happens. You can overcorrect very quickly with no banking to stop you. You just go slamming up the wall.
Yeah, upon further review of the replay, we did see the 9. He did get a little help there around from the 8 of Andrew Olszewski. But these trucks, short track, you're not too worried about aero. These trucks will be fine. But we'll most certainly get one more view of the incident here.
Sounds good.
Going cockpit view, and you see, and yeah, it just snaps. He tries to correct it, and just not enough, unfortunately.
That's a situation where even if you try to hold the brakes, your alignment with the track, the way you're moving, it can just pull you right back down into traffic. And with everybody just starting what was going to be our first, our big restart there, everyone was still already grouped up. There's no way to avoid running this. It's unfortunate. It was definitely not, obviously, any sort of hard racing or intentional moment, but it was, well, I could call it hard racing, obviously. It was just going far into that corner.
But as you were probably wondering why I was on commentary, our boy Nick Stein, who is normally on the call, he was actually stuck in traffic down in Texas. They do everything bigger in Texas, even traffic. But with that said, we're going to bring in Brian Lucas. He's going to join you, Joe, and you guys have the call to the end. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated, Darby. Hey, Brian.
Good to be here. How are you doing?
I'm all right, Brian. Thanks for joining me. It was good to, I'm going to let you lead things here, and I'm just going to try to say intelligent things.
I'm leading?
Oh, I can lead. You want me to lead?
I can lead if you want me to lead. I'm rusty, man. I'm rusty. Looks like we're about to go green here, though.
It's all right.
Green,
we'll figure it out.
Here at IRP, 21 gets out to a good lead. That's going to be Tristan Bruce in that 21 Chevrolet. His fastest lap so far is a 22.595. Looks like they delayed that caution.
Yeah.
They were there double file ready to go, weren't they?
They were, yeah. I didn't even see the safety car out front. Everyone was double foul, ready to go. Now it looks like we're 1 to green, as things got extended by 1 lap here. So I think now the excitement can finally reach a fever pitch.
Right? Hopefully.
All right, yeah. Safety car's off. The lights are out. Green flag here, brought to you by Pine Golf. As back out in front, it's the Tristan Bruce show yet again. This is what we saw a little bit earlier, and he's not giving up that lead, despite having a couple of yellows rattling around, maybe making the beginning a little bit unsteady for some of these drivers. Bruce is holding it down very, very well out front.
Yeah, good lap time for him. He just ran a 22.573. Great lap for him. Doesn't look like we got a lot of really hot laps in here. I'm not quite sure how many laps we are into this race, but it's I'll kind of just
about 12 laps in.
12 laps in. Yeah, they haven't quite been able to get some really hot laps in yet, though. Second place with a 6.69, and there we go. That's what we're looking for, a 22.271. I expect these guys to get down to a 22.1 as the night progresses on new tires, maybe a 22.0, but Tristan Bruce leading the way. Fastest lap time to Matt Garrett, though, with a 1.43.
You got a couple of guys who are down there trying to set good times right now. De Blasi, he's got a 2.1. You got Olszewski, he's at a 1.7, and then up at the front, Tristan Bruce is already keeping up with your pace. He's doing fast too. He's almost a full tenth faster than Jurassic, who's right behind him.
Yeah, these guys are a little faster than me. Apparently, that's not surprising though.
Well, there's a reason that I'm here and they're there. I'll tell you that.
Same for me. I'm on board.
Well, the front looks like it's figured itself out a little bit. We went very quickly from too wide into the string of pearls here as all the drivers have found that middle groove a little bit that Darby was talking about at the top of the race. We got a call out here from Demi Bruce, Goatee Bruce. Love to see comments on YouTube. Please chime in the chat if you want to connect with us on the Racers. And it's nice to see. It looks like everyone's settling in for a nice long drive, and I'm hoping that this lasts a good long time. I have a terrible commentator's curse, though, so just by mentioning this, I'm sure something's going to happen. As we see too wide now, that's the 78 of TJ de Blasi.
Yeah, and that's going to be for fourth position. They figured it out. The 66 fell behind, but now is the 79 right on the tail.
Oh, he's close. Still, if we go a little bit further back, none of the other cars really are pushing for that too wide position yet. Everyone's still just waiting for things to warm up a little bit. At least that's what I think.
We got a 175 lap feature here. It's a long race. Let's see what we got here on replay, boys. A little bit of a pit road action for that 24. That is going to be Damian Neeson there. Looks coming off a pit road there. He just stopped straight up, pulled off.
Oh, no. Looks like he's out. Yeah. He was part of the big, he was part of the second caution that we had a little bit earlier that brought us to the situation we're in now. But now it looks like everyone's calming down.
Yeah, it is. Fastest lap of the day is fifth place so far. That's going to be Anthony Burleson. Hopefully I said that right. I'm doing the best I can. Oh, pardon me. Robert Walton 2. Some stuff got shuffled on my side. I apologize, guys. That is going to be the 66 with a 22.114.
Beautiful. Nice quick speeds. Hopefully we won't see too much fall off. We can get down to that nice low 22.0 that you were expecting. With some drafting, maybe.
It's only going to get colder out here, though. We got a track temp of 74 degrees, and that's a pretty cool track temp. And now that I say that, I don't really think it's going to get any cooler because that's pretty much as cool as it gets. So you see outside, it's a good 69 degrees, and man, it's all clear out there. Great grip on that racetrack right now, and you can see that this getting to single file quickly, and they're staying bunched up. The front is not quite running away here. We got a nice little bundle there from about 2nd to 6th, and another bundle from 7th to 12th, and then a few stragglers. For sure, 20 seconds about halfway back across the racetrack. The farthest car back is actually the 19. It's going to be the 19th position. It's going to be the first car the leader is going to catch, and that is going to be Robert Colgan. Robert Colgan going to be the first car, not a lap down, but the first car caught by the leader on speed. But he's going quite slow. Makes me wonder if there's something wrong with that race car. Last time around, he ran a 23.3. That's pretty slow. That makes me pretty worried on what's going on with him right there.
That's a good question. I know he might have been involved in in the wreck that we had earlier. That could have rattled the car a little bit. It does look unsteady as it's driving now. Got eyes on it a little bit, but let's see if he decides to take it to the pit or if he's just going to try to push it as far as he can here.
Yeah, it's hard to know what he's done. Maybe he pushed it way too hard on the start of the race. and just burned up that tire. There's really no way to know. Or maybe this is a strategy for him. He could be saving tire here and just seeing what's going to happen. Tristan Bruce still way out in the lead in the 21. Going down to second, we got Jordan. Wow, that is an interesting last name. Do you have any idea how to say that? Jurassic?
Jordan Jurassic.
Got it. Jordan Jurassic there in the 6 car in second. Matt Garrett in the 19 in third. That is all 3 Chevys up front. TJ is going to be your 4th place driver in that 78 car. Reminiscent of a, oh no, it's 78. That's the reminiscent of the Truex scheme, I believe there. And rounding out your top 5 is going to be Robert Walton. He has a fast lap of the day, as we had just said. Good for him, though. You know, that Chevrolet, that first Ford in the field is going to be Gregory. Gregory, that 27. He's the first Ford. He's up 9 spots from the beginning of the race. Those Fords did not qualify well. There's only 2 of them in the field, and we got a few more Toyotas. That's not normal, but a lot of Chevrolets here tonight, guys.
A lot of Chevy fans there on the field. Now we got 2 wide again. 2 wide back now. That's the 52 and the 5. Who's in that 5? That is Noah Rainwater and Brandon Schumann, who were just side by side there for a second. Rainwater pulling out ahead.
Yeah, I like that 52, man. Who drove that car in the truck series? Stuart Friesen? That's a beautiful scheme. I love that.
It's gorgeous. Blue reminds me of the Daytona USA Hornet car with the blue and the red. Always a classic color scheme to see.
Lap time fall-offs are a big thing here. Right now, the leader just ran a 22.574. Definitely slowing down here. You see the 19 right on the bumper. That is going to be
close.
Yeah, I cannot
That's
see
Matt
that. That's
Garrett.
going to be the 6 of Jordan Jurassic. Trying to make the move for second, as first is pulled away by just a little bit, about 0.6 of a second for the leader of Tristan Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce has been leaving a pretty consistent gap, and it's only widened about 1/10 of a second over the last about 6 or 7 laps or so. I don't know how hard he wants to keep driving, or if he's expecting at some point to be the man who decides the pit strategy, but I think he's going to be here. If we keep this pace up, it's going to be on Tristan Bruce to decide when the rest of the pack actually pits. Everyone's on the same lap still, more or less, with the exception of the people who are crashed out. So with only a few people available who don't really have to worry about that, the whole field is now looking at the front and saying, all right, how far can we make it? And when are we going to finally make it? When are we going to finally have to pit in on this fuel? Pardon me.
Yeah, Robert Colgan, the 94 is being hunted down by the leader. Just about to get put a lap down. Got to put on some little bit more heat there, buddy. But here comes Tristan Bruce. Oh, we got a little bit of action. The 40 just got punted by the 45. The 45's going to go by.
But he's into the 40s.
45 hooks him.
Wow.
So 40 hooked him. That was a straight hook.
Absolutely. That was vicious. If we get eyes on that again with the Grid Vision Chopper replay, you got to see this. The 40 gets loose, passed out, and then brings him right back in.
That 40 car did not get loose. Look at that bumper. It is a U. That 45 car sent that 40 car.
Oh, I just missed it.
Not today.
Oh, man. Let's take another look at that. Yes. Oh, I see it. Yep. Okay. I see the bumper situation. There it is. The 40 on his way out. Tomlinson. Back into it. Ooh. And he doesn't get away clean either. Tomlinson back up into the wall after turning the 45. Of Matt Sherry.
That's a hard hit for that 45.
More cheers for number 21, Tristan Bruce, in the YouTube chat here as we keep eyes on the current situation as our boys are going back around, getting ready for another restart. Lap 37 of 175 at Lucas Oil tonight as we bring to you the Thunderclap Racing League. And if I'm Tristan Bruce, I'm just counting my blessings that these restarts are going in my favor and I'm getting good launches off of them. His restarts have been keeping him ahead of the pack, but with Jurassic on his tail, Jurassic is one guy who I always expect to stay at the front of the pack. So seeing him there, I got to expect that Tristan Bruce is feeling the heat every moment of this race so far.
But so far, Jordan Jurassic's problem has been Matt Garrett. He has been on the bumper, pressuring him hard as well. What Tristan Bruce's job here is to, if he doesn't pit, and I think they already had the option to pit, it does look like that, it's not to spin these tires. He's got old tires on this race car. It's all about restart control. How can you get these tires to grip on this racetrack without spinning them and having a dud of a restart and setting off the rest of the field and catching them off guard?
Now we had one driver pit in, and that was Kyle Bartles, last week's winner and our three-time hat trick winner. Kyle Bartles, he just decided to pit. I don't know if he had any damage on his car or if he's just going for tires or gas, but he decided to pit. Now he's back on his way out here. He was the only one out of the pack, it looks like, who made the conscious decision to pit that had nothing to do with damage.
Maybe just trying to get off a strategy. That could be a good strategy. Get off a strategy gives you a chance. You could be the only one in contention here. So kind of like it's good to get off strategies. So you know what? Either you finish first or last. If all you want to do is win, the best way to do is get off a strategy, and that is what he has done here.
It's one of those moves that feels big brain when you're doing it. You're thinking to yourself, hey, I'm moving off of the line. Everyone else is walking the line. I refuse. I'm going to walk my own line. And if that's what Kyle Bartles is doing here, more props to him.
Yeah, and props to him as well, as the lap times between fresh and old tires is drastic. So he's going to have advantage here on this restart. I'll leave it to you.
All right, I'll take it away. Coming back around, the car is off, and the green flag is out. Pine Golf Racing presents to you some more beautiful truck action at Lucas Oil.
19's around. He came up in front of that 6. He's going to collect the 66. That's also going to be, looks like the 79. And if I saw that number correctly, the 8, I don't think there is an 8, though.
There is. I think that was Andrew Olszewski, potentially.
Yeah.
You are correct, though. Right as I was trying to give a nice send-off to the boys, 19 Matt Garrett was involved in that, too. He was the initiator, it looks like, accidentally. There's a lot of stop and go in this race tonight. This is our 4th caution, I believe. Oof. And he just couldn't get a hold of that vehicle.
This is the problem restarting on old tires. You pull these tires down, you send it back in the corner. Everything's very hot, and they can get inside the corner as they were before. You cannot. These cold tires do not grip up.
No, not at all. Let's get some more views on that.
Just didn't make the corner straight up.
Flew into it, just missed his braking spot, and then in an attempt to hold it, nope. Just gave everybody the old garbage disposal. Not a good look.
Yeah, that wreck's going to put both of our Fords in the field below 20th, but a little shakeup here. It's going to put the Ford back into 16th as all the positions change on my screen here. That's a hard hit for the 8.
Yeah. Once again, a good save, a good dodge of anything by Tristan Bruce, doing his job, staying out in front. Jordan Jurassic did not get caught up in that either. It looks like it started with Garrett and moved its way on back from there.
You've seen Garrett be aggressive so far in these few laps we have run, and maybe a little bit of aggression that did not pay off there. Trying to set it deep into the corner, restarts, you can get a lot of positions, but that restart, it did not work out.
As the great filter comes back around again and decides who's going to be here and who's going to not be here at the end of the race, the pace car is out and everybody's gathering back up. We are 2 to green, I believe. Lap 44 of 175. I think someone mentioned this looks like a Martinsville race.
Yeah, it's like a wide Martinsville race.
Yeah, that's a good way to put this for sure, for sure. Oh, very good.
You hear like last year some guy like pitted like over 100 times during NIS? Yeah. And he finished
Wow.
like 5th or 6th.
You
Oh, did
never
you
know.
really? That's awesome.
Any car with 4 wheels has got a fighting chance.
Tristan Bruce still out front after a quick restart there. There wasn't really a chance for him to lose that, was there?
No, not really. It would have needed to involve Matt Garrett, but he's had such good restarts tonight. Tristan Bruce has just said he's been in front since the beginning, and he has said to the guys behind him, you know what, boys, I'm going to stay here the whole time. It's going to be a mistake from me and me alone that takes me out. Not even Jurassic, who I don't think was trying to race him hard. Like, Garrett was racing Jurassic hard. Jurassic was not racing Bruce hard. Not as hard. Jurassic sort of knew this was a marathon, not a sprint. And that was looking to pay off. Now, Jurassic is down at 18th coming out of the pits. And he's going to have to fight his way back up. And watch for that to happen. Watch for Jurassic to fight his way back up. As the pace car pulls off now, we're coming back around for lap 46, turning into 47.
Tristan Bruce is the control car on the restart. Green, 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 green. Great launch for Tristan Bruce. TJ is going to try to hang it on the outside.
He does so, and again, we get into a nice line. It looks like TJ DeBlassie and Robert Walton are obeying the rules of the road a little bit, getting into line, not quite throwing it too wide, although behind him now, it looks like Tomlinson is coming up on Walton, trying to go on the outside, maybe going to put it too wide. Not quite.
The 49 is getting eaten up. That's the 49 of Chase Albright getting eaten up on the bottom side.
And the 5 of Matt Holmes, I believe. Is that Matt Holmes in there? Is that who we're looking at?
That's the 5 of Matt Holmes, yep.
There we go. He was just pushing a little bit. He was part of a 2-wide situation as well, as once again the cars look like they're smoothing things out a little bit. A few takers in the straights are staying in the middle of the track, breaking draft a little bit. But it looks like for the most part we're back to a single file situation here at Indianapolis at Lucas Oil.
Yeah, Nicholas Tomlinson, the guy who was involved in that incident, hooked the 45. He is all the way up to oh, where was it? Yeah, it was 5th. I don't believe it was that high before. I think he may have grabbed some spots on that wreck for sure.
Not bad, not bad. Noah Rainwater also back up in 4th place from losing many positions earlier. He's really been making positions up during these restarts, able to come back strong, looking to get his podium back as soon as he possibly can. Coming around, it looks like the furthest back we've got right now, Robert Colgan on the lead lap. Still the furthest back. The restarts have made it so that he hasn't yet become victim of getting passed by our leaders. But he still looks like he still is having a little bit of trouble back there. His last lap being a 2:33.7. Right around the middle back of the pack a little bit. Although we do have some slower guys in the mix here. Matt Cherry looks like he's lost a little bit of speed from his last lap. And Burleson looks like he's about to get lapped now. He's probably going to be the first one here that is victim of our leader, Tristan Bruce.
Yeah, that 22 must be pretty damaged if he's, sorry, 22nd position, that 79 must be pretty damaged if he's falling that quickly.
Yeah, he looks a little beat up. I can see some denting maybe on the front side of the car as he's now on the outside of the 21. Tristan Bruce looking for position, and he's got it. A little bit of weaving. Hopefully he's able to hold it. Oh, riding the wall on the outside, trying to let the leaders come by cleanly. I think he just scraped it pretty bad.
Yeah, that's going to put him 2 laps down.
Going to be tough to make that up without another big yellow situation. He's back into the wall, losing a lot of speed now. Rainwater on his inside.
I think he's completely lost that right front. It just will not turn.
Yeah, it looks like it's about to fall off the car, to be honest. Sticking out very far. Alignment's probably off. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that he's going to need to get that car fixed before he's even going to consider himself competitive, much less avoid this lapping situation happening again. Back there at the top, though, we've got a little bit of action potentially between Tyler Truex and Nicholas Tomlinson. Truex looking to the inside now. He's got it. Down to the yellow line. That's where you need to go to make some of these passes, is down to that yellow line, but you've got to know where your apex is going to be on the exit, or else you are going to lose control of that car and you're going to eat that wall.
Yeah, that was the pass for 5th, and it was kind of cool to see on this restart. Lap time started to change. There's the 49 and the 95 side by side. They figure it out into the corner, and that 40 car is going backwards. It seems to be floating backwards quite a bit. It did not go through that corner very well. I think he's dealing with a little bit of damage on that left front. The car's not quite turning the way he wants. So you can see that tire pokes out a little bit more than those other trucks.
Yeah, I can see that here. We got a little bit of damage potentially also on Matt Cherry here in the number 45. Excuse me, in the number 1. Looks like a little potential damage here on Matt Cherry, as it looks like Jurassic makes his move on the inside for the pass. Does he have it? Not quite. Cherry pushing hard now on the inside. Coming around. He's got it. Across the start-finish line, Jurassic makes the pass.
That's going to put Jurassic in 12th position. Coming from 2nd, he's still got a long road to go. But as I was saying, it was kind of cool to see these lap times change. At the beginning of the run, they were hitting 2s, 22 2s, and they were still on these old tires. It was kind of interesting to see the lap times fall off so much quicker as these tires are already worn and heat up much quicker.
At the front, Bruce makes his pass on Matt Garrett. Garrett down a lap now. Or a lap or 2, it looks like. It looks like he's down about 2 laps. As things are still pretty spread out up at the front.
Top 3 goes Chevy, Toyota, Chevy. Tristan Bruce, the 21, still leading. I've not been here with him not leading so far. Great start for him so far. Keeping the clean air. 2nd place, we got DJ DeBlasi. We're getting there, guys. And then Robert Walton. He's got the fastest lap of the day still. In that 66 is the last Chevy in that top 3.
We're looking at some of the other fun numbers from today. Some of the hardest charging drivers right now. Nicholas Tomlinson, he's up 12 places from, he's up in 6th place now, up 12 places. Noah Rainwater has made his way back and increased his place from his grid. He was back several places. Tyler Truex also involved in an earlier wreck. Tyler Truex is only down 2 from where he started. Noah Rainwater is actually up 1 in 4th place from his starting grid spot at 5th. The other hard charger, Matt Holmes, up 11 places, currently sitting in 11th place. He started toward the back of the grid at 22 out of 23.
Yeah, one of the biggest losers of the day so far is Jordan Jurassic. But we said he's going to be coming back. That 6 truck, he's got to do some work here. You see he's behind 2 of them. He's going to be working aggressively on these 2 cars. He's going to send it deep into this corner.
You better believe it. Eyes on the situation here. He's looking for 2 wide.
The 94, the 16, and the 34, all involved in a wreck.
Oh my goodness. Let's get eyes on that wreck one more time. The 94, Robert Colgan. Let's see what happened here. Wow. Looked almost like the diffuser on that car just once it slowed down and just pulled it to the side. Almost. The way that it spun. 45, maybe? It's hard to tell, but it doesn't look like the 45 made a contact.
That was definitely a contact from the 45 when he came into the corner. The 8 car did not expect him to turn in that quickly, and he slammed him pretty hard. Watch this.
Let's see it here.
The 8 doesn't quite turn in yet. The 45 turns in, slams that 8 car, and this entire wreck ensues.
Wow. I want to give it to the 8. I want to say that he just overdrove it, but it looks like there might have been definitely that moment of wha-bam that caused it all to happen. That beep that spins all the cars out and makes it so that you can't do anything. Well, that was the Andrew Olszewski in the 8. Matt Sherry in the 45, who we were just talking about.
All right.
There it goes. And then right into the 94, the 16. Bunch of cars caught up in that, unfortunately.
Man, I opened the wrong link. I apologize about that, guys. Well, I think it's time for a sponsorship plug. We got TLC Inc. TLC Inc. is one of the premier service providers for lawn and sprinklers, outdoor lighting, and drainage solutions in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Transform your home into a showcase in just one day with new water-saving lawn sprinkler systems, energy-efficient outdoor lighting, or the healthiest backyards in the business. A little lawn goes a long way with TLC. Head to tlcincorporated.com for more information.
Love it. If I had a lawn, I would hire them. If I lived in those states, I would hire them.
I shouldn't even have grass where I'm at. Man.
Yeah. I have a
how hot it
beautiful
was
concrete
today?
patio. How hot was it?
The motorcycle said it was 104, dude. I was sitting on my KTM just sweating bullets.
My goodness. That sounds terrible.
Luckily, out here, it is a nice, cool 69 degrees. Track temp has dropped 1 to 2 degrees. It's at 73 degrees Fahrenheit. We just have a tad bit of wind from the northeast. Other than that, we're looking all clear here. The sun has officially completely set. It is a night race here at IRP.
Just a little over 100 laps left to go. 71 out of 175 as we're coming around. Lights are off on the pace car. It's going to be a green flag when they cross the start-finish line here. And we're going to see another set of beautiful laps, hopefully. That's the game plan, from the booth at least. We'll see how the racers feel once we get there. Tristan and Bruce still at the front. There's the 2-wide stack. Pace car is off, and we are green. Go, go, go with the Pine Golf green flag. Bruce with a massive jump.
I didn't see the leaders pit that time, did you?
No, I did not. We don't have any leaders pitting yet. We have a few people here and there. Some people in the back, about 5 or 6 pit on the last lap there. Around the lap 69, lap 70. Lap 69, 67. But and only the few here and there who have been wrecking, really.
The 05 was on the inside there, had the disadvantage, had to fall in. The 66 is going to come in and try to work the bottom. That's going to be Robert Walton trying to work on him. He's not going to have enough run. Let's try it down the backstretch. Not quite enough. The 69 on the tail. That's going to be Tyler Truex trying to make it happen. Here comes the 66 with a run. Can he arc it off the corner and get to the 05? That's going to be Noah Rainwater. That's going to be third place. Trying to push here. Quite a bit of distance there, though, for the 66 behind of Tyler Truex behind him. But he's found a gap here. Robert Walton, he's got a good gap on both sides. He's comfortable in line.
Crawling his way up to the front. Kyle Bartles, that sneaky snake who managed to win his way into the last 3 winner circles. He weaned his way into the last 3 winner circles. He's making his way up to the front, too. Close behind him, Nicholas Tomlinson, though. Bartles has to make his way around Truex before he's going to be able to get a piece of that podium, though. And it looks like he's got eyes on the inside, but he can't quite get it.
Yeah, we've noticed here, it's extremely hard to make a pass. And we saw the 45 try to do the bump and run. The 40 just said, "Nuh-uh, not happening today." So you got to find a way to pass without pissing everybody off.
That's really difficult when you've only got a specific space to, really hit that gas, and you're going to slide up the track. Making his way on the outside now, maybe? Bartles? Yep. Nope, not quite. Sorry, I'm watching here intently to see when that move is going to get made, because I think that the play here is going to be the play for 5th place. You got to make that play on the straight, or if you're going to do it on the turn, you got to dive that inside and really have the speed, which is hard to hold on to in these unbanked corners.
Yeah, this is a very difficult track. It's quite flat, not as flat as some other tracks such as New Hampshire and Martinsville, but very flat. Does have enough, but go to the inside is the 95. He's going to fall behind off the corner though. Not enough run, but he needs to try some more stuff. You know, maybe start high, work your way low off a corner here.
That'd be the way to do
That's
it.
in the wall. There's the 69 in the wall. Sorry, the 60.
Yep, that was right.
Oh,
That was Truex.
That was right. He's going to fall all the way back to the 40 and clump up the 40, the 63. That's a big clump behind him, the 50 and the 6. The 6 is an opportunity on the outside. The 52, it's even off a corner. Advantage to the 6 on corner exit with the run.
That's the 63 also of Justin Clapper making his play, trying to make it way past Nicholas Tomlinson. Kyle Bartels just a moment ago made his play past Robert Walton, using the confusion caused by Truex's wall bounce there to rocket up to 4th position.
Stuff was getting stacked up there. The 5 hit the wall as the 52 tried to find his way into line. The 6 is going to be working on the 40 of Tomlinson.
Lots of good moving going on here. Tomlinson still holding that line there while the 6 of Jurassic looks for the inside. He's staying down. Maybe nope. He comes back in the line. Still looking for now the outside. Anywhere he can get it, he's going to take it. Can he get enough speed, though, on this turn? Not quite. Holding the inside was not going to work. The outside's not going to work. We're going to have to wait and see what it is. Most likely an error from Tomlinson that'll open up an opportunity for Jordan Jurassic.
Well, that started with a mistake from Tyler Truex. The 40 had to check up big, and it stacked them all up.
It did. The whole crew there behind him now in very tight runnings. Whereas up at the front, we still have a gap, pretty sizable gap now of 1.5 seconds between Tristan Bruce and TJ DeBlasi. So at the front, the situation is very different than the fight for 7th and 8th here. Watching now as we look back a little bit, some of the cars that were lapped earlier are still doing their thing. I'm looking at the number 16, excuse me. Looking at the number 19 of Matt Garrett, just trying his best to hold on there. He's in 21st position right now. Currently side by side.
Move.
Let's see it. That's Clapper.
Not quite enough. Let's take a look at this top 5. Let's see how they're sitting. First place has pulled away. There's a big gap between 1st and 5th that is over 5 seconds. We kind of see a gap. 5th place is kind of where the clump starts. That's kind of, and that's right where Tyler Truex is, that had that mistake and clumped up that whole field. And you can see it here. There's a clump, but first place is long gone. 1.4 seconds ahead of the 78 of TJ. Then behind him, another about 1 second behind him is going to be Noah Rainwater. Then another second behind him is going to be Kyle Bartels. He's worked his way up there to 4th. Good job to him and Robert Walton. We've seen him up front all day. That beautiful blue 66.
A little ways back now. We're looking at between 8th and 9th position. Nicholas Tomlinson has been holding off Jordan Jurassic, who's had a hell of a side draft, but just not quite enough. There into the wall. Tomlinson potentially losing the speed as Jurassic takes it on the inside. He's going to have it now.
I don't
Jurassic
know. The 40's
finally
going to
winning.
stick it. Oh, he got it. You are right. That was quite a move. The only way you're going to get by the 40 on the inside is if you just get him to make a mistake into the wall just a little bit, and that's what happened there. The 52 is going to force him up. Not enough. The 52. He's going to slide in. There's the 5.
We were almost 3 wide there for a second. Schumann, Tomlinson, and Jurassic stacked up very cleanly. But Jurassic is holding on to the little bit that he's able to edge out. And now he's looking for Clapper. Clapper has almost gotten into the tail of Truex, now throwing it too wide himself. Ooh, getting loose there, Justin Clapper. I thought that was contact potentially with the tail of Truex. We're going to find out here. They're getting very close to each other on this turn. as Clapper tries and dives the inside. With 5 laps left in the current stage, the stage winner looks like it's going to be Tristan Bruce unless there's anything crazy going on. But the question is, who's going to be in that top 10?
That is interesting. And this field from 5th to 15th has fallen off like a brick as they battle for stage positions. They are running over 5/10 slower. Sorry.
Contact now between Tyler Truex and the 63, but he holds on to it.
That's 3 wide, the 52, the 40, and the 6.
Love
Is
to
it
see
going to
it.
work? Oh no, it doesn't. The 52 gets loose, and there goes and backs into the 94. The 94 gets a fast fallback.
52 still standing.
Yeah,
2 laps to go.
They're both surprisingly still standing. Sorry for interrupting you there.
Oh, you're totally good. Still too wide to the back now. Brendan Schumann with Chase Albright. He makes the pass. There comes the 94 of Robert Colgan. Looks like Schumann is falling off a little bit. Up there at the front, Tristan Bruce might as well be driving by himself.
Massive gap for Tristan Bruce, about 2 seconds. And same thing for TJ. TJ's got about a second between him and Noah Rainwater.
Coming around here towards what is going to be the end of stage 1 pretty soon, folks. Jurassic still making his move past Truex. Truex not letting him have it. And here comes the final lap of stage 1.
It's still a battle in the back, but Tristan Bruce has been the man of stage 1. He's going to work by some lap traffic and take home the green and white checkers.
What a stage. Oh, man. Something like
gonna be
5 cautions during that stage.
Yeah, it was pretty bloody, but it was a good racing. Coming in second is going to be TJ, third, Noah Rainwater. Kyle Bartles is going to be fourth, the 63 of Justin Clapper fifth. And we just had a change for, pardon? And that's going to make up the top 5, and we're going to be right back with you guys right after this stage break.
Travis Pastrana here, and you are watching the Thunderclap iRacing Series. Grab a good boy and let's go racing.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If your lawn sprinkler controller is more than 5 years old, give us a shout today. We'll come out and take a look, give you a evaluation, get you set up for a new Wi-Fi enabled smart controller. We can monitor this from our office for you. Give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look. Let's upgrade your controller. It'll save you water. We can save you up to about, we're averaging 47 to 51% with our clients. Feedback we're hearing from us. So give us a shout today. We're glad to come out and take a peek. Talk to you soon.
Welcome back, everybody, to IRP. I'm excited to be here. Welcome to Grid Vision. How are you doing, Joe?
I'm doing really good, Brian. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome back to the Thunderclap Racing series with these trucks. Man, it's good to be back with you guys. We've got about 75 laps to go. That was the end of stage 2. Tristan Bruce taking stage 1 and 2 there in his Chevrolet Silverado. What do you thought so far, Joe?
Well, what I've thought so far is that my pick, Kyle Bartels, is doing exactly what I wanted him to do, which is work his way up from the middle of the pack towards the front. This is about where he was last week when he won the race after a massive wreck across the finish line. Brought us a race that finished within 0.0, I think it was 0.003 thousandths of a second of the first 3 cars.
Yep, and that is green flag right there for stage 3.
Sorry for running over the green light there a little bit. But yeah, I think Bartels is doing exactly what I wanted him to do. Bruce is just dominating, though. But now Bartels and Jurassic are going to have words, as they are side by side.
Yeah, Jurassic making his run back up to the front of the pack. Had that incident on that restart and is just slowly recovering as he's side by side with the 5 of Matt Holmes.
Watching here, another yellow is out. The yellow flag is out, and I didn't see exactly what happened there.
It's going to be for the 79 of Anthony Burlinson.
Yeah, Burlinson looks like he took a hit. Let's have a look.
He just lost the truck.
Yep. Coming out,
Luckily,
lost control, center of the track. Looks like he might have been the only one involved.
Yeah, luckily, no hits, no damage, no extra damage, I should say. no extra damage. Let's take a look at this correction in the wheel. Watch this go way right. Yep, you see that way right. And he just tries to hold it because if you overcorrect it, you're going to send yourself into the wall. That's a perfect move by him. He overcorrects there. He makes that front end go into the wall. So he really just saved his night right there.
Yeah, it was a. You're not going to. At the moment you know you're not going to be able to steer out of it, you just need the technique to make the car stop and to stop in the middle of the track.
And we've got some guys on pit road. Justin Clapper, Joshua, Andrew Olinsky, Zuski, Robert Colgan have all touched pit road.
And it looks like a few laps back was when most of everybody else did too. Our leaders, Tristan Bruce and TJ DeBlasi, Kyle Bartels as well, they all pit on lap 97. So we're going to have a lap 97 crew, and it looks like we're going to have a lap 105 crew. So very similar lap times, obviously. You kind of take this opportunity to say, hey, I could have had a much longer gap between 97 and whenever I was going to pit. This is kind of a little blessing. This is saying, hey, you just got a little bit of a benefit, a slight benefit. Not a huge one, but one that you're going to take.
Yeah, and the tires, we've seen with the amount of wrecks we've been having, it's reset every time. The tires cool down, and it kind of evens out the advantage of those tires every time you cool down those older tires. And there's not that big of a split. It takes some laps to wear down these good years, and every caution's going to make that worse. But also, if you don't take tires, you're out front in clean air, and that gives you a great advantage too. So it's like, you're screwed if you do, you're screwed if you don't.
Yeah, it's really not a good idea, a best solution, and I think that's what makes this such great design from a competition point of view. There is no best option. There are just choices to be made. And so you've got to make that choice for what you think is the best in the moment, and then watch it pay off, but also watch the hand of fate play a little bit of a part too. You might never know when a wreck's going to happen. You never know if you're going to get caught up in it. So all the best planning, the best laid plans of mice and men, as they say, can often go astray. And then in this case, the best laid plans, you can have a perfect pit strategy, and then you end up in a wreck. That's off the board now. Or your strategy is a completely new one. Got to be flexible.
Yes, you do. And we're going to be able to get to our positions here.
I think we've got one more go around. Yep. We are 1 to green now, as everybody's coming off pit road. Up there at the top 5, we've got Tristan Bruce, TJ DeBlassie, Kyle Bartles, Noah Rainwater, and Jordan Durasic. Let's look for another big leap from Tristan Bruce. Try to give himself another sizable gap.
This is going to be the restart.
Coming back across the line, you can hear the roar of those engines, folks. Get excited. With the Pine Golf green flag. Now down to the inside. It looks like Bartles, DeBlassie, and Bruce. Bruce is still ahead. Good distance. What a launch he keeps getting here. DeBlassie pulls ahead as well. Whereas now we're 2 by 2 in the back. Rainwater, Bartles, Durasic, and Holmes.
On the restart there, we saw the 66 and the 27 get into each other just a little bit. Looked a little rough. Maybe would have went bad, but they have got it figured out and have gotten single file. But in front of them is chaos. 2 by 2 in front.
Little bit of contact between, looks like some contact between Noah Rainwater and Kyle Bartles. Just a little bit of door-to-door, a little bit of bumping, but nothing to knock Bartles off of his run. Although it does look like he will fall back just a little bit, as Noah Rainwater pulls in ahead of him just a little bit in front of that train.
That 6 is getting really aggressive with Matt Holmes on the inside, sending it deep into that corner, almost using 8 tires instead of 4, and he's not going to be able to make it happen. He's going to have to get single file here, and we're pretty single file back to at least 10th.
Yeah, that passing zone mentality, the idea of waiting for the moment. Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Connor's cure caution. As the 79 goes spinning around. Sorry about that.
You're all good. Once again, the 79 of Anthony Burlinson.
Yeah, Burleson just not quite able to hold on. Let's see if it was a similar problem. Yes, sir. Too hot on the gas, it looks like.
Yeah, that truck's just not driving well enough for him today.
Yeah, you go into that turn, you start the wheel going, and if you are too hot on it, or if you even try accelerating to give yourself a little more speed before you get to the apex, that's the kind of stuff that can happen. Yep, looks like he got pinballed just a little bit.
Well, good news from the pit box, the 66 of Robert Walton. He was holding the fastest lap before we all went to go get tires, and he still is. As that 79, he did hit the wall there, then got tagged by the 19.
Matt Garrett, that's going to do a number on his car as well. He could be out of the race.
That's going to make the new fastest lap. Robert Walton putting down a 22.075. Told you to get in the flats. They did the work.
yeah, you said they'd do it. And here we are, stage 3, way late in the race, and we're still seeing some incredible lap times come down. It looks like Burleson has seen himself out, unfortunately. He's back in his truck is back up on the skids. His car is back up on the skids and in the truck, I mean.
You ready for another quick sponsor read?
Oh, please do.
Oh, we're doing this one for RL Productions. RL Productions is a video marketing agency specializing in digital advertising and event solutions. RL Productions offers great custom brand strategies and oh man.
It's all right.
Let me try that again. From the top. Let's do it, boys.
You got it.
RL Productions offers custom brand strategies tailored to your organization's unique goals with in-house level attention to detail for digital and broadcast advertising. Their production professionals offer start to finish event services for your conference, convention, or event, from staging and lighting to live show production and complete presentation. I'm out of breath. Visit rlproductionscrew.com to turn your company's goals into real life productions. Thank you, RL Productions, for your sponsorship.
Love it.
Ooh, that was a rough one.
Oh, it's all right. Grid Vision thanks you and thanks everybody for sticking around and having a good time. And I think that even RL Productions think you did a great job tonight.
Sorry to RL Productions. RL Productions. Oh, man. Just over 58 laps. They're coming to 58 laps to go when they go green. Tristan Bruce in that 21 Chevrolet has been out front all day, but now we got two Toyotas in second and third. That's going to be TJ and Kyle Bartles. Yep. There goes the pace car. Take it away.
All right, you got it. Tristan Bruce, TJ DeBlasi, Noah Rainwater, Kyle Bartles. The battles at the front. We've seen these guys driving hard so far. Let's watch them drive a little harder. As they're coming around lap 117, looking for 118 here at Grid Vision. There it goes, the Pine Golf green flag, and we're away. Tristan Bruce with another great launch out from the front. And behind him, it's going to be Rainwater and Bartles. And excuse me, Rainwater and DeBlasi.
Yeah, I just call it chaos, but you can also call it that. The 05 is going to send it in on the 78 of DeBlasi. The 95 right on the bumper, going to try to steam train that 05 to get the third position.
Oh, he's looking for it little tight.
Somewhere.
There's a big wreck.
Yeah, there's a wreck somewhere. I can hear tires screeching.
Yeah, it took me a second to recognize exactly where it was, but there is another wreck out. Believe this is our 7th or 8th of the run tonight. It's been a rough one. Here comes the 49. He gets up. Oh, the 40 hits the wall, bounces back, and is able to take out a car ahead of him. As then the entire field has to check up and avoid cars strewn about the track. Let's watch it one more time here, folks. Eyes on the 40. He's into the wall. Spins the car on the inside there. That's the... What car is that? The 8? The 6? Oh, the 9. Excuse me. The 9.
Does that 40 actually hit the wall there? It looks like he just came off the corner and got loose and probably just overcorrected. Can we get an in-car of the 40?
I would have bet dollars to donuts that was a loose into a wall hit.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah, he's... that is a very strange wheel pattern, but...
Hard to say.
Hard to say. I don't know what happened there.
I would have been willing to say it was a loose into a wall hit. Then he takes out the 9. 9 spins up and takes out the car ahead of him. Oh, he just gets loose just a little bit, but he doesn't hit the wall.
Yeah, it looked really close, but
yeah, maybe he tail struck it, potentially. The back end slid out and it tail struck the wall, but that would have straightened him out, though.
Well, we having these cautions. You know what cautions are perfect for?
What are they perfect for?
First, shouting out the sponsors once again. It's a nice lull in the action. We gotta go thank the people that make everything happen. And this time we're thanking Tyler's Cure. Sorry, wow. What's with me and Tyler today?
I don't know.
I don't even know who Tyler is. Connor's Cure. Join the fight against PD. That's a big word.
Pediatric.
Let's try that one more time. That's what I thought I said, but join the fight against pediatric cancer with Connor's Cure, the official charity of the 2024 Thunderclap season. Thunderclap has tag teamed with the members of Mania Club to raise $40,000 by WrestleMania 40, and with your help, can continue to fund carefully vetted, cutting-edge, life-saving research for children wrestling with pediatric cancer. Head to v.org/Mania Club to support and donate to Connor's Cure and join the fight against pediatric cancer today. That's an important run right there. The lights are on the pace car. We're going to stay out for one more lap. But
yep,
man, that's I see these kids at like jazz games and stuff, and they do deserve the attention, because that is just, it's so hard for a kid to deal with that.
It is. And Connor's Cure has been doing great things for kids with pediatric cancer for a long time now. Let's make sure that we give them our support. They can keep on doing it.
Yeah, guys, remember, go to head to v.org/Mania Club to support and donate.
The pace car is off. The lights are off as well. We are 1 to green and about to cross the line.
21 is going to be the control car. That is Tristan Bruce, dominated so far. On the outside is TJ. TJ does not get as good of a jump. Tristan Bruce has been on top of it all day, and chaos behind.
Yep, still chaos behind with Noah Rainwater and de Blasi right next to each other. Bartles just hiding behind that fight, trying to find a way in there. Probably going to throw it 3 wide if he can.
27
and we have another
loose.
yellow. Yep. 27 gets
yellow?
loose, and we have another yellow.
Wow.
He lost control in the middle of the racetrack.
Those admins were quick to throw that one.
They
like
were.
Precautions when the race gets boring.
No kidding, yeah.
And wow, that was quite some action there from the 27. But as we wait for this caution, we're going to send you guys to commercial. We'll see you guys in 1 second.
Travis Pastrana here, and you are watching the Thunderclap iRacing Series. Grab a good boy and let's go racing.
In a distant kingdom, in a magical realm, there lived people who faced dreadful drainage problems on their lawns. For many years, they suffered from puddles and mud in their yards. Until one day, the saviors from TLC Company appeared with their magical shovels and lifted the wet curse from the kingdom's residents. Forget about puddles and mud. With us, your yard will become a genuine fairy tale nook. Call us right now, and let's transform your drainage concerns into a magical adventure. TLC, where every home becomes a fairy tale.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. You got a outdoor lighting, landscape lighting system. Maybe we installed it. Maybe it was there you inherited in your house and you want to upgrade it. Now's the time to give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look, evaluate what you do have, tell you what you could have. Give us a shout today for all your outdoor lighting needs. We'll talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carr with TLC. Spring's upon us. If you got a wet yard, it's not going to get any better. Now it's time to give us a call. Let us come out and take a look at your drainage problem in your property. We can get you a solution. The dogs, the kids be tracking in mud. Mom will be mad. So give us a call. Give us a shout today. We'll talk to you soon.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers.
Oh, thank you, Bob, for that. I appreciate it. And make sure you guys go check out TLC. And welcome back to Grid Vision. We are here with Thunderclap with the trucks. And Tristan Bruce has been the story of the day. Very dominant, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think he hasn't. Let me phrase this as best I possibly can. I think he's led every lap. I think that he's led every lap so far. Yeah.
I showed up late, so I can't say that. I showed up late. I can't say that.
You know what that means, though? Right?
What does it mean?
It means that the pressure is slowly building for TJ de Blasi, Noah Rainwater. These guys are champing at the bit. They really want that first place position, and none of them so far have been racing Bruce. They've all been racing each other. The pressure's been mounting to find out who is going to be the one who actually challenges Tristan Bruce for first place. I think that'll happen during this stage.
Well, I'm glad it means that, and not that I have to buy dinner tonight. I hope it's still on you, but you are so right. The pressure is on. I want to
all you can eat.
Yeah, all you can eat. We're going to Corral, boys. Not sponsored. Other than that, yeah, it's on the pressure to these guys to not battle. If they want to win this race, they got to get single file quick and focus and work together to get Tristan Bruce, who's in control, TJ in control of the outside lane. Great launch for TJ that time, better than launches past. But here comes the 05 on the inside.
Still looking hard on the inside. Bruce is launching. Rainwater is the one on the inside right now, pushing de Blasi a little bit to the outside. Rainwater still down, not quite to the yellow line. He's got a car length between, car's width between him and it. Bartles now on the inside looking to steal that position away from Noah Rainwater.
Yeah, working real hard. We just crossed for 44, coming to 43 laps to go. A lot of people really got single file a lot quicker this time. The 05 is still fighting. Noah Rainwater trying to make the bottom work, but the advantage to the 95, the run on the outside. Can he get clear? Not quite. Yes, he does.
A yellow is out. Also, a yellow is out as we come now around and everybody slows it up. Let's see what might have caused that yellow. I've got eyes on Andrew Olszewski crashing potentially. Let's see what happened. Olszewski on the inside comes up, just taps the tail, loses control. So not a huge wreck here. One car off track, but enough for our marshals to say, hey, let's go around real slow again.
Take a look here. He tries to come up, but it just doesn't have. I don't even know if he touched him or if that maybe was just a little bit of net code.
Did, yeah.
But yeah, the 8 goes around.
I think he did. Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's gonna be coming up here. You see, it's really hard in these turns, especially coming out of them when you hit the gas, not to go up the track, and when you don't even realize it's happening, you're hitting the gas, you're gaining speed. That's what's happening here. His car is perfectly straight, and then right there.
Yep. Definitely hit him. And sure, getting on the gas pedal does not help that car stay straight. Let's update you guys on the top 5 running order. Tristan Bruce. How many more times can I say his name? Probably 20 more times tonight. TJ de Blasi. In second in his Toyota in the 78. He's been in second place for a while. Noah Rainwater was back in 5th on the restart, worked his way back, and kind of took advantage of the chaos. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, so Noah Rainwater is in 3rd in his Chevrolet Silverado. The 5 of Matt Holmes. He is up 18 positions from the start of the race. Very impressive from that number 5 Chevrolet. And you know, he's been in the top 5 all day. You all should expect him. It's that beautiful blue 66 Robert Walton. He's keeping it hot up there, you know. He has not fallen very much during this race. He's been in the top 5 pretty much the whole day. Good looking Kodiak truck there.
Beautiful scheme on there. Born to roam, as he says, roam his way all the way around the top 5. And hopefully he'll be able to stick his way a little bit further up, maybe try to squeeze a podium out of it by the end of the night. But he's going to have a hard fight going into it. Speaking of hard fights, Bartles was in the top 5. Now Bartles is back in 15th place, having fallen back. Don't know exactly what happened there. He might have had to pit, actually. Yes, he was part of a crew that pit on this lap. There was a few people that pit on lap 134 here. Including Bartles, Truex, Gregory Shepsis, and Olszewski and Garrett. They all pitted on that last lap.
Wow. Well, something surprising has happened. The track has gotten even colder. Let's take a look at those conditions here. 70 degrees on the track temp. Yours is showing 71. The temp has gone down to 68 degrees. Yes, it's 1 degree. It makes a difference. And do you know how I can tell, guys? Tristan Bruce. Tristan Bruce taking it up a notch with a new fastest lap, a 21.999. So that temperature does make a difference in these lap times. Lights are off on the pace car. Can Bruce increase his fastest lap? I think he can. He's still got pretty fresh tires. It's only getting colder on the racetrack. And there's more rubber to run on. Let's see if we can get another faster lap from Tristan Bruce. But the guys behind have to get organized and not fight. Take it away.
All right, here we go. Pine Golf green flag. Tristan Bruce with a big launch as usual. It's what we've seen all race. And behind him, as we've said before, chaos. We've got Noah Rainwater, TJ DeBlassie, and Matt Holmes. Cars 2 wide all the way back still. 3 wide in some spaces. As we look to find positions here with the last 30 laps or so, 35 laps or so of tonight's race.
It's going to be 35 laps to go the next time they come around here. Noah Rainwater still holding third. The 66 is fighting for all he's worth to keep that 5th position. A top 5 would be nice. But Robert Colgan, he's the one that was about to go a lap down at the beginning of the race, and now he is racing for a top 5 against the 66, not letting it go on the top side. We have a call around. It's the 52. He was involved in a wreck earlier.
Yellow.
That damage possibly causing him to spin out once again. Let's take a look at what happens here.
Let's watch that. The 52 now. That beautiful color scheme. He dives to the inside a little bit. Possibly a touch of contact. What do you think?
Definitely some contact, a hard send, and just not able to get it. Though he kept the car clean, and that's really the most important thing here. And you know who just went even faster?
Let me guess. Tristan Bruce.
21.974. Oh my gosh.
Just knocking off hundreds every time he goes around. I love it.
That was one lap. As we see the Stuart Friesen machine. They did like 2 laps? And he's like, I'll just knock out a fast lap. You know, he is a 10th faster on his fastest lap. More than a 10th than the entire field. Nobody. Oh, wait. Nope, he is.
Numbers.
The closest one is Robert Walton with a 22.075. So a 10th off. That is a big deal.
He came tonight to show that he was the dominating force at IRP, and I think that it's been pretty clearly demonstrated.
Well, let's look through 6th to 15th. We got Robert Colgan in the 94 back there in his Toyota. Chase Albright in the 49 Chevrolet. Matthew Montgomery in that 9 and 8th position. Justin Clapper has made his way up 6 positions in that 63 truck. And in 10th place, we got Joshua Corner. Joshua Corner in that 16 Toyota. Jordan Dezecki. Jurassic. See, we're working on it.
You're good. We're almost there.
We're almost there, guys. Jordan Jurassic in the number 6. He's fallen. He was working his way towards the top 10. And just has been hitting roadblock after roadblock. In 11th, 12th, we've got Nicholas Tomlinson. Now, we've had a few wrecks with him. He's been in the action today. We had that big hook early in the race from him. Lights are still on the pace car. We will not go green this time, but Tomlinson is 12th. 13th, it's going to be Tyler Truex in that 69 Chevrolet. He's down 10 positions from his 3rd place star, but he is certainly trying to make an effort here tonight. Kyle Bartles, we've seen him up front. He's made some action, but there are some mistakes. He is teammates with Robert Colgan. So look at those two to work together, but he is in 14th, and Gregory Shepis. That's Shepsis. Robert Shepsis, the only Ford still racing. So if you're a Ford guy, that's your man. He's bringing up the 15th position in that 27. He is up 6 spots from his 21st starting position. Lights are out on the pace car. Joe, take it away.
You got it. 145 of 175, 30 to go here. That Thunderclap iRacing series at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. We are green with the Pine Golf green flag. Tristan Bruce with a jump off the line. Maybe not as quick as usual, though. Interestingly enough, DeBlassie close behind him, holding on a little bit tighter than he has before. Behind them, Chaos with a wreck. The 66 of Robert Walton going around.
40.
Catching the 16.
69. The 16, the 95, the 52, the 66, obviously, as he was the beginning.
The whole back end of the field, folks. Wow. The 66 got up into the wall and just started spinning like the Tasmanian devil.
That was 2 different incidents.
Oh, we have a simultaneous wreck?
Yes, we did. The 6 took out a car as the 66 was wrecking.
I think everybody took everybody out. It was hard to tell who. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where at the front it started, or did it start at the back, or
it was both. I'm telling you, it's both.
I fully believe. There it is. Yeah. Okay, I fully believe you. Wow. Okay. The 8, the 52 of Brendan Schumann, the 8 of Olszewski. That was quite a few cars involved in that one, folks.
The 52 involved again. Brandon Schumann just having a bad night in that Stuart Friesen vehicle. A lot of people are going to have a lot of high damage bills tonight. That is for sure. It's kind of reminds me, you know, we might as well just run it like Tony Stewart said, you know. We'll run it one way for one half of the race. We'll have half the field turn around and go the other direction. It's kind of, you know, we've seen a little bit of that tonight. But it certainly is entertaining, don't you think, Joe?
It's been very entertaining, I gotta say. Watching the yellows have been flying fiercely tonight, but it's, you know, if you're a fan of if you like watching hockey for the fights, then this might be your race.
Yes. Yeah, it probably would be your race. That is for sure. As I come to the line here, it's going to be 26 laps to go. I suspect him to go green with about 24. 24 to 23 possibly. It's a short stint. The aggression is going to be high.
There are currently 16 cars out. Looks like maybe 20 max cars are currently racing out of an original field of 23. So we've lost a few here and there.
I want to shout out somebody in particular. Can we get the camera on Damian Neeson in that number 24 truck? He is on pit road. He is in that car according to Race Labs. He is sitting in that car. What is good? He's having a nice coffee, you know. It's like that scene with Talladega Nights. He's 140 laps down, but we got one person 2 laps down. That is going to be Robert Walton. The 66, the one that was in the middle of the wreck that was in the front of it, has gone 2 laps down. Running top 5 all day. That's going to hurt.
And macchiato.
Oh, man.
Kyle Newkirk says, "Let's go, Noah," in the chat. Thanks for watching, Kyle. Thanks for supporting your driver. Be sure to spread the love of Grid Vision to your friends. Two to go here. 151 out of 175.
It's been action packed, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a night race, and you know, maybe there's a full moon in the sky. You know, that's.
Oh, wait. I was about to say something about that. Our boys are getting hysterical thanks to the moon.
Lights are off on the pace car right there. We get a good view of the field here. It's a little bit smaller than from when we started, but we still have got 19 cars, pardon me. That is going to be 18 cars on track.
Beautiful.
And they are all on the lead lap. So Justin Clapper can still win in 18th. It's possible.
You never know. Probable? I wouldn't say so. Possible? Yes. Probable is Tristan Bruce taking this to the end.
Extremely. Unless somebody gets a little bit,
gets close enough to tap the leader?
Yeah. Somebody gets a little dangerous.
We'll have to see.
Lights should be off this time. I thought they'd be off last time, as they already had gridded up side by side, but not quite.
They actually, I think they might have extended it by 1 lap, but I think we're going to be seeing him come around and hit the gas this time. You want to do it this time, buddy?
Oh, I can take her home. I can take her to
take it away.
turn 1 for you. The 21 of Tristan Bruce is the control car as always. TJ, it's going to be your outside, well, kind of outside pull, I guess, but he's going to be controlling the outside lane here. Behind, it's going to be the 05 of Rainwater. Behind the leader of the 21, he's going to have the good jump. Green.
Whoa.
Re-extended it another lap.
Looks like Robert Walton was given, the 66 was given a penalty and sent to the end of the line. That could be why we were having a longer wait here. We were going to go green. I think we're still 1 to green technically here.
Yes, we are. We are 1 to green. The lights are off on the pace car. He's going to pull off this time. There he goes. Control car is Tristan Bruce. On the outside of him is the 78. 05 behind. On the outside, you have the 5 of Mount Holmes pushing the 78. The 05 of Noah Rainwater trying to push the 21 home. Not a great jump for the 05. It's going to give the 78 a chance to get down. The 21 is gone. The 05 sends it deep. It's trying to get position, but advantage to the 78 off the corner with the run.
That's Rainwater now slotting himself in, looking to get into that single file line, trying to bring things here to the end so that we can see a clean green flag race. But I have a feeling we're going to have some more bump and grind. However, that lead is still there for Tristan Bruce. He's a half a second ahead right now from TJ de Blasi, who's only a 1/10 of a second ahead of Noah Rainwater behind him.
Yes, I have seen Letterkenny, and the 79 is going to send it deep. He is really pushing there. Good for the 49 there. He is up. We've seen him towards the back, but Chase Albright is making moves.
To answer a question from chat, I don't think the 6 was penalized officially. Nothing I can see here in the chat about an official penalty for the number 6 based off that, but the 66 of Robert Walton was penalized and sent to the end of the line.
Well, somebody got really sweaty.
That sounds
Tristan
about right.
Bruce, 21.671. That is 3/10 faster than his previous fastest lap.
He's just trying to impress you now with the best speed he can. Back in the middle of the pack, Kyle Bartels. There's a spin. We have a crash in the back. We're still green. A crash in the back, though. That would be Clapper and Walton.
That's the 63, and the leaders are coming quick. They are in turn 1 as he just comes out of turn 2.
Well, he's going to have some traffic to deal with very, very soon. What could have been a yellow was not a yellow in this case, and a yellow is out. Now a yellow is thrown. Right after I said that, it looks like Joshua Corner, Schumann, and Clapper may have been involved in something here. We're going to get eyes on from the Grid Vision chopper. Watching for the moment. Whoop, big spin.
The 52 once again.
With Schumann in the 52 with a big spin that I think is what caught up Joshua Corner and Justin Clapper. Let's watch that. He's a little loosey-goosey. Loses control.
It's about the 3rd time we've seen him do that.
Just about. That's a bad spot. What do you think? Bad tires? Jitters? Just hasn't quite gotten the technique.
He's got a gremlin in that race car.
Something that's watching for that turn to come and to say, hey, we want you to get loose.
Yes. What that 52 needs to do, he needs to go to pit road, and he needs to have his crew chief climb in that car and tell that gremlin out of that car and tell him bad boy.
Only good gremlins here, please. None of the bad gremlins.
We want Gizmo up in that car, keeping everybody calm.
Only gizmos, no stripes.
Yes, sir. Remember, don't feed them after midnight, boys.
Don't get them wet. Or, yes, do get them wet? I forget. Definitely
get
don't feed
wet.
him after midnight. Yeah.
Definitely don't feed him after midnight.
All right. 160. A little bit of homework for you there, buddy. We'll go watch
All right,
Gremlins,
yeah,
everybody. Only
definitely.
2 movies.
Yes, definitely. Everybody, please shout out Austin. Tell him to go watch Gremlins. It is a Christmas classic. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. I know.
Okay, fair enough. Die Hard being an excellent choice for Christmas classics. That's very true.
Yes. It's in the same situation as Gremlins. Is it a Christmas movie or is it not a Christmas movie?
That's good.
I didn't say whether it was or it wasn't.
Looks like there are major playoff implications here, potentially, for the number 6. The number 6 being out of the race now. That's Jordan Durasic, one of our previous points leaders. Him and Noah Rainwater were 2 of the top of the championship standings. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in terms of playoff standings. Tomlinson given an end-of-line penalty, the number 40 for that last incident.
Do you think they'll take bets on Tristan Bruce this late in the race?
This late, I would not be giving odds on Bruce. I would feel amiss if I was going to be a bookie trying to make odds on Bruce at this point. I'd say the bettings are closed. This is the final race of the forming 6 here forming 16, pardon me. That'll be the 16 playoff drivers, I believe. And then the Cloudy 12 starting next week.
At Indianapolis. Gotta
Love
get
it.
those 4 now, does that track have 4 corners or 8? I mean, I'm just kidding. The 21 of Tristan Bruce is gonna be leading the field to green. TJ on the outside. We've seen it time and time again. It's a rerun. The 05 behind the 21 and the 5 behind the 78. Green, green, green. Great jump for the 21.
That 21 loves the inside. He can take that nice defensive line, get a clean start, clean jump, and he's already on the way to dominating the last 10 or so laps here at Indianapolis Raceway. Pardon me.
The 05 did not get as good of a jump that time, was not able to challenge the 78. The 78 right on the bumper of the 21. The 05 and the 5 are going at it. Noah Rainwater and Matt Holmes for third. Noah Rainwater
go on.
He tried to squeeze it in there, was not able to make it happen. The 5's going to fall back, but he's not going to give up. It's bumper to bumper for the lead. A little bit of looseness for the 78.
Yeah, the lead right now between de Blasi and Bruce. Bruce is having the hardest drive of his life right now as de Blasi has just turned up the pace, looking for the inside, looking for the outside, anywhere that he can try to pressure Bruce to make his first mistake of the night is what he's looking to do.
Definitely cleanest truck on the racetrack. That 21 never been in trouble so far, even with lap cars going by him. The 05 of Rainwater is secured that 3rd position, and then 94, that is going to be Robert Colgan. He had a bad start to the race, but he bring it back up to this top 5. Now he's looking to bring home a top 5 as we hit 6 laps to go.
Indeed, the top 6 drivers, out of them, there are 2 or 3 of them that all have double-digit charges up the field tonight. We've got Matt Holmes, 18 places up. Robert Colgan, 15 places up. Gregory Shepsis, 15 places up, all within the top 6. So there have been, thanks to all these cautions, some real opportunists getting a chance to do some real moving and shaking tonight.
The Nyan's going to clear the 46 here, back towards the back of the pack, but up front it is Tristan Bruce. He's pulled away by half a second. Behind him is TJ Rainwater, 4/10 behind him, and Matt Holmes is right on Rainwater.
Very good. Let's see if we can keep things going here with only about 4 laps to go tonight It's Bruce, it's de Blasi, it's Rainwater, it's Holmes. And in the back, it looks like there might be a little bit of a battle going on between Matt Garrett and Tyler Truex for the 7th position. Truex close on Matt Garrett's heels here. The real battle might be back there as the front has started to space itself out just a little bit. The only real closeness there being de Blasi and Rainwater.
Coming to 2 laps to go. It has been the Tristan Bruce show. TJ has been fighting. Is there enough left in the truck for a send from TJ?
I don't know. It's going to be hard to say with a full 7.75 difference between him. 7/10 to make up in the last 2 laps here. It's going to be hard to make that up without some serious mistake making from Tristan Bruce or some traffic potentially. We have a spin. The yellow is out.
And that was coming to 1 lap to go. And the race has been extended.
We are going to green-white checkered finish. You know what? We should have expected this, though, right?
Yes, we should have. The 05 sent it in way hard. And the 78 went for the defense. Great job by TJ. It was a good defense. But that did not work out in his favor, that's for sure.
Not at all. Rainwater wanted a slice. He got down there on the inside, and then he just got doored. Just a solid bang. Not really much you could do about that. He's going to end up, he puts the brakes on hard enough. He doesn't get back on the track, thankfully, but it will bring out a yellow, and it will throw the race into a green-white checkered situation. First attempt of 3 tonight for this green-white checkered at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park.
And this is where driver patience comes into play. All right, Noah Rainwater was 3rd, and that puts him all the way down to 15th. He is not going to be able to recover those positions. All right, y'all hear the Denny Hamlin podcast, actually said a bit detrimental. You got to be patient. You got to play the strategy, and you got to accept your running position sometimes. And that was just a hard send by Noah Rainwater with no real upside.
Yeah, you could accept your position. You could still finish top 5 and say I did a good job. But there are just some racers who are going to say I could do that, and I would be saying I didn't race as hard as I could have. And I think that there's a matter of pride there. There's a matter of skill involved with trying to be a racer that can race that hard, and proving that you can puts you absolutely on the top of the game. So Rainwater, I don't blame him at all for making that send and for trying to close that position up and make the move that he thought he had, because sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah, and with that move, our only Ford of, well, not the only Ford of the day, but the only Ford left in the field, Gregory Shepsis. He has made his way into the top 5. A lot can change. We have a restart coming, but it's good to see a Ford up in the top 5, don't you think?
I do. Considering there were only 2 in the race really tonight at all, I like seeing a little diversity on the badges. I think that seeing a Ford up there is nice. And it's Shepsis up 16. Him and Robert Colgan moving exactly the same number of places up together, pushing each other to greatness. It's been great to see that the field now is a little more diverse in the top 5.
Yes, for sure. And, you know, I'm a big Mark Martin fan, so yeah, a little bit of bias towards those Fords. Just a maybe, but not really. I'm not allowed to have it, but it's good. You got to kind of root for those guys who don't have a lot of numbers, you know. Tonight, you only got, 6 Toyotas, and the rest are all Chevrolets except for those 2 Fords. One Ford that was out early was Chase Leahy. He is he's done for the night. He was done 100 and a long time ago.
Yeah, yep. That's all right though. Yeah, that was our only other Ford. Chase Leahy out and around lap 67, 66, somewhere like that. So he's been watching from the stands, I'm hoping.
Yep, and
as we now are ready to go.
Yeah, this could be the last restart of the race. The 5 on the inside for the first time. He's going to jump with the 21. He gets a better run than the 05, but the 78 stays on the door of the 21. This is the chance for TJ.
TJ looking for it, not able to quite get it as Bruce comes around. Bruce not able to have the same lead he had earlier just not quite able to get that jump that he had. He had it every single part of the night so far, but then TJ falling off hard, losing almost half a second as we go across the back there.
That's 1 lap to go. Tristan came off the corner and put the hammer down. And the hammer keeps falling here. TJ, he tried, was not quite enough, coming off of turn 4. It's been a dominant performance. But coming home is going to be Tristan Bruce. Comes to the pit wall, says thank you to the team. And he wins at IRP.
What a run. Just the king of IRP, Tristan Bruce, 175 laps led, an absolutely dominating performance, a one-stop shop here, or at least I think it was only one. Yeah, one stop for him on lap 97. What a run by Tristan Bruce.
Man, let's watch him burn it down here. Then we'll go over results. He's going to swing the rear end out and create some smoke for us, buddy. Yes, got that little bit of Hendrick on the rear end of that Chevrolet. And you get to see that Infinity, you know. Good for his sponsors, for sure.
Writing his name in cursive on the tarmac there with his tires.
That's some
always
skill
wish a
right
driver
there.
would perfect that at some point.
Man, burning it down is Tristan Bruce. He wins at IRP. We'll be right back with you. Everybody, welcome back. What a win. Tristan Bruce wins at IRP. Coming in second is going to be TJ DeBlasi. Robert Colgan had a rough day at the beginning, but came back third. Matt Holmes fourth. Gregory Shepis fourth. Matt Garrick fifth. Matthew Montgomery sixth. Todd Lee seventh. Kyle Bartles going to be coming in ninth, and Tyler Truex bringing it home 10th. A good comeback for the 69.
Moving on, 11th, Chase Albright. 12th, Brendan Schumann. 13th, Joshua Corner. 14th, Nicholas Tomlinson. 15th, Justin Clapper. 16th, Robert Walton. 17th, Noah Rainwater. 18th, Andrew Olszewski. 19th, Jordan Jurassic. 20th, Matt Cherry. And to round out the rest of your racers tonight, we have in 21st, Anthony Burleson. 22nd, Chase Leahy. And 23rd, Damian Neeson.
That is your finishing results for the Thunderclap Truck Series. And now we're going to look more towards interviews. The first interview of the night is going to be our third place finisher, Robert Colgan. He had a rough day at the beginning of this race. We saw him. He was going towards a lap down. He made quite a good move to come back towards the front. And what a surprise, coming home third. What a comeback for Robert Colgan. You got a copy, my man.
Yeah, I got it.
Third place after that first stage. What was the first stage, man?
They only gave us 2 sets of tires late in the pits, so I just sat back and was playing out my race. I'm not real worried about the stage points. I kind of knew I was already in. Figured maybe try some different strategy, but they decided to play Demolition Derby up there, so didn't get to use that. So just had some fun, made my way through traffic, and we're in third.
You got in a couple of wrecks tonight, but you did your best to avoid them. You stayed out of trouble, really. You, compared to some other drivers, you stayed out of trouble. What were you looking for on the racetrack to dodge what we called chaos tonight?
I mean, it's just better big. I mean, guys don't drive with their head, they drive with their feet. And that's one of the first lessons of racing is you need to drive with your head. Robert Walton's all mad because I don't know where he's trying to send me to China. I mean, he kept running me up into the wall, and then he wants to cry and moan. I told him before that last restart, it's not going to work out for you. And he didn't want to listen to me, and look where I am and look where he is. But it's been that way all season. I got taken out last week going for the win. Shouldn't have even had to come in here and worry about, points or anything like that. It should be locked in, but I got cheap shotted, I think, last week, and it is what it is. We're going to move on to the round of 12.
Oh, it was a charge from the beginning of the race. You worked your way through the field. Talk to me about how fun that charge is. It's always fun to pass cars. Was this a fun one where you're passing cars, or was it just cars going out and you're just slowly gaining track position?
It was fun. I mean, it's fun anytime. I've always liked starting in the back. I mean, I like to pick people off and learn their line and watch what they do. The only stage to me that matters is stage 3, and I just try to put myself in position, and then usually you see at the end of almost any race I'm within striking distance, and I'm usually within the top 10, and it's because I like to hang back and just relax and either let them wipe each other out or just learn their line and then just start to make a charge, because the end of the race is all that matters to me.
Well, third place was good enough to get an opportunity to do your shout outs. Go ahead and thank your sponsors and everything.
It's Outlier Speed Company. They build, like I said before, they build some of the best setups for A, B, and C classes in iRacing. Go check them out at outlierspeedcompany.com. And then boy, I don't even know who else. I mean, we got Colgan Enterprise on the truck. That's my company. And, TJ DeBlasi and Kyle Bartles, they're buddies of mine. We raced together quite a bit. And TJ, he got a second place. I don't know if that's good enough for him to move on to playoffs. He missed the first race, but he deserves to move on into the next round. Just missed that one race. But, yeah, just them guys.
Well, we appreciate that. You had a great run back to the field tonight, man. Congratulations. Third place is nothing to scoff at tonight at IRP. Moving on to the next driver. He finished second, and he worked his way up there between the second and third stage. Did a great job fighting for that lead on the last lap, and Joe is going to take him from here.
Hey, TJ, how are you tonight?
Good. How's it going, guys?
Hey, we're doing pretty good. Let's talk a little bit about that race. We had a number of yellow flags tonight. Were you involved in any of the major crashing going on?
No, not at all. I actually had 0 incident points until that last incident when the 05 drove underneath me and walked up in front of himself.
Yeah, I was about to get to that in a second here, but there was a lot of bumping and grinding going on. I didn't remember specifically, but what was your opinion overall about the attitude on the track? Was it one of let's just get this over with? Was there a lot of competition? How were you feeling?
Honestly, I don't even really know what to tell you there. I was up front with the 21 the whole time, so he was first and I was second, and I was in a chat all by myself, so it was dead silence, and it was caution flag after caution flag. So honestly, I have no idea what was happening. It seemed like mayhem back there, but where the 21 and I were, it was pretty clean.
Yeah, you were doing excellently with Tristan Bruce up there in the front. Towards the end there, what was your strategy? Were you trying to just hold on to that second place, or was there a moment that you thought maybe I should drive a little harder? I could drive a little harder. I could really put the screws to Bruce.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say most of the race I was satisfied with that second. It was a good night. I really didn't have anything for the 21, so I just making sure I didn't make any mistakes in those last 2 starts. I was able to get a good jump into one, and I think it was the second to last restart where I actually was handling them, and my caution came out. So that last one coming up, I thought if I could at least get to the outside of him coming off too, I'd be all right. But he was too good. It was tough to keep up with him.
Well, I think you guys put on an excellent show tonight here at IRP. Very, very dominant forces. 2 very dominant forces at the front of the field for most of the race. So congratulations to you for your second place finish. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out tonight?
No, just you guys for doing a good job. Thanks again for putting on a good show.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate that here at Grid Vision, and we appreciate you coming out, showing us your talents on the road, and we hope you have good racing coming up in the next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, take care. Bryant, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Yeah, TJ DeBlasi finishing second tonight. Probably a little disappointed with that run as he needed the win to move. Maybe he needed the win. The points are still in the balance. We're not quite sure, but the win sure would have been nice for TJ DeBlasi. But moving on to the first place finisher, Tristan Bruce. It looked like he may have got a challenge there at the end from TJ, but not quite enough. He came off of turn 4 with a mad set of rear tires, screaming down the front stretch and just pulled away. Lots of energy in that truck, and he put a clinic on the field. 0.3 faster on his fastest lap. This guy got sweaty tonight. It's Tristan Bruce. You got a copy, my man.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh man, that's gotta feel like a good win, dude. Not you're in a different zip code. I would needed 2 stamps to send a letter to you from the booth. You were so far ahead.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I wasn't. In my opinion, I was just driving the truck how I thought it should be. I wasn't pushing all that hard. If I had anyone say TJ was up on me most of the race, I would have been pushing harder. There was more in the truck that I could have gotten out of it. So really nice to know that I was able to find my own pace and it being a lot faster than the guys, the rest of the field. So yeah, able to run from green from lap 1 to the end of that and staying in first the entire time. What a race that was. I have definitely gotten the short tracks down. That's Bristol, Wilkesboro, Iowa, IRP. I should have won Dover. So yeah, the short tracks are playing in my favor this year. And besides all those cautions, you know, just all the clean air tonight, it was definitely fun to push it and get that win. Win number 4.
It was kind of a little bit of a caution fest, just a little bit, and you did quite a good job on all the restarts except for that last one. You let TJ get to your outside there. What happened on that last restart that allowed him to get there before you turned those rear tires on and just put a clinic down that front stretch?
Yeah, I was just talking to TJ before y'all pulled him in to the chat, and the second to last start, he was on me pretty well. He actually got to my bumper, gave me a little tap in 1 and 2, and he said once he got back into the gas, it just got really tight on him, and I was able to drive away from there. He said the last restart, he was on the wheel like mad. He was driving the truck harder than at all he did tonight. So yeah, it was just, I knew he was going to drive it really hard, but I just had to do the same thing I did from lap 1. So yeah, I wasn't nervous, but I knew he was going to try to challenge it as hard as he could, but I felt good.
Domination tonight, man. I predicted, you made me look like a fool tonight. I predicted just below a 22 lap time for the fastest lap, and you made me look like a fool with a 21.671. What is the practice that goes into that?
Just, you know, taking a few laps out in practice, doing test sessions, and just, you know, pushing the car as hard as you can. Find the limit, find your focus limit to what you know you can run the same every lap, and I was able to find that out throughout the week and put that into tonight's race, and it obviously paid out well. So yeah, practice does make perfect, they say, and I don't know where we're at next week, but obviously I'm looking forward to racing again next Wednesday.
All right, I just got 2 more in sequence for you, then we're gonna send you to your shout outs. Pardon?
I said let's go for it.
All right. What is your advice to those guys who are looking at you and going, oh my gosh, we've got an alien on the sim, and what does it feel like to dominate these short tracks?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like I know I've pretty much gotten these short tracks figured out well. You know, just a lot of seat time. Just get in the sim, run laps whenever you have the time, and you know, I don't know, man. I'm just feel like I'm doing me, feeling like doing what I should, and it's paying off. Just keep practicing, keep pushing the car till you know where the limit is, and you know, everyone else can run exactly how I did. I don't know.
You guys heard it here first. It's more than talent that comes from Tristan Bruce. It's pure skill coming home first at IRP. Tristan, give me your shout outs. You deserve them. You won.
Just all my family that watches, dad, mom, sisters, nieces, nephews, everyone. The Chandler Smith in the broadcast was cheering me on all night. Every week he does. So yeah, thank you for you guys. Thank you to Justin White and everyone in Thunderclap. Let's keep this season rolling.
Yeah, it was quite a performance, man. We appreciate you. Everybody, Tristan Bruce bringing it home at IRP. Wow, Joe, what a race for Grid Vision here tonight. The Thunderclap Truck Series giving us a show.
What a slobber knocker. What an absolute rip roarer.
And man, that was awesome. Lots of great racing. Tristan Bruce put on a show. TJ tried to make it coming at the end. And Robert with the epic comeback. What are your final words here, Joe?
My final words are, thanks for having me, Grid Vision. Thanks for helping out. And hey, thanks for calling the show, Brian. I really had a good time.
Oh, it was great, and you were a great co-host tonight, even though I showed up late, you know. But,
don't worry about it.
We put on a show for you guys. Thank you to the Thunderclap Truck Series. Thank you to all of you guys. Thank you, TLC, as well. Other than that, thank you, everybody, for watching. Tune back into Grid Vision. Everybody, thank you, and good night.